Hello friends, and welcome to the Saitama Stacker channel. My name's Dean. Thank you for joining me today. Wolfpack, I hope you're having an amazing day. I just want to say, as always, thank you very much for your love and support. And I hope that today's show brings you some value. If you are new to the channel, please know that all of these videos are not intended as financial advice, but rather for education and entertainment and for community building around the Saitama token. So please do your own research before investing in Saitama or any other project for that matter. Had to clear my throat there. So yes, please do your own research before you invest. I do have a correction that I need to issue from yesterday, and nobody called me out on it, but as I was driving home today, my brother was asking me a question. I realized I misspoke yesterday. So I want to take you there really quick and show you my mistake and get it corrected. So yesterday I talked about the fact that I am planning on increasing my holdings in Saitama. I actually liquidated some assets in my Robinhood account and have got them sent towards my bank. So once they're there, I'll fund my Coinbase account, buy more Ethereum, and will most likely be increasing my position. I don't know what's going to happen between now and then. Things can move really fast in the cryptocurrency environment, but I'm going to have some funds on hand to take advantage of a dip like the one we're seeing right now, which I think presents a intriguing opportunity from buying perspective. So yesterday I talked about, if a person were to purchase $1,000 worth, it would be 100 billion tokens at the current price, or very close thereabout. And then I talked about the fact that Saitama's all-time high was 7015. This is where it got interesting. I was pretty tired when I made my video last night, but sometimes we just misspeak or we're not thinking straight, and it's fine. I just want to correct it, okay? So I said if we get back to all-time highs, that this 1,000 would be 5,000. Well, the 5 in this case should be behind the 1, okay? So it should be 7015 instead of 705. This math is correct. If you had 100 billion and it reached 705, your 1,000 would turn to 5,000. But in terms of where we got to an all-time high, this is the way it should look. So 1,000 would turn to 1,500. So a 50% increase, which I'm still happy to take. And that I think is a reasonable price target for the end of the month. So please just take that as a correction from yesterday. I'll do the best I can to be accurate. If I misspeak, I'll do the best I can to correct myself. Feel free to call me out on that kind of stuff. It was certainly not intentional, but we want to give accurate information. So with that said, I want to talk about the jelly bean jar. So yesterday I issued a invitation for everybody to take guesses, and 271 people have done that. And what we're guessing on is how many holders there will be of Saitama token by October 31st. So currently there are 57,969. How many will there be at the end of the month? Give me your best guess. If you do round numbers like 85,000, multiple people may repeat that, and that's fine. We'll sort out some way to break a tie if it comes down to that. But feel free to be more specific, 85,126. Whatever you think. So you can guess today in the comments to this video. I'll do it one more time tomorrow, so we'll have 3 days. You can actually put a guess in each video, so you can have 3 guesses. And the person closest to the mark on October 31st at 5 p.m. will get 10 billion Saitama, and the person closest to the mark just over, so whoever's closest under, whoever's closest over, 10 billion apiece in Saitama. And so I'm having fun with that, and believe it or not, the information is actually pretty interesting. And when we get the 3 days worth of data, then I'm going to use that to create a video to show you some statistics on your own guesses, which we'll see if that actually pans out. We should have close to 1,000 guesses, so it's quite a bit of data to see where our thoughts are in terms of where we think that price can be at the end of the month. So I'm looking forward to that. So please put your guess in the comments, and we'll see who gets the closest. All right, let's jump into the fundamentals for Saitama. Today, as of time of filming, there are 57,969 holders. Volume has increased a little from yesterday at 9,500,000. And the market cap is 1,058,600,000. How does that stack up to yesterday? Let's take a look. So you can see our new holder count has slowed a little bit. Again, 382 holders. Now this didn't have a full 24 hours, but still we're seeing a slowdown there in terms of the number of holders. We have seen the market cap pull back from its highs by right at about $500 million from the 27th to today. But from yesterday to today, again, we're down about $90 million. If we look at volume, however, we're starting to see that pick back up. And I'm taking this as an indicator that there are other people who are feeling the way I'm feeling, that this presents maybe an opportunity to increase our token count. So that's my guess for why we're seeing an increased volume, even though we've seen a slowdown in the total number of holders. Now the burn continues, but is still showing 400s, but I've got this out all the way to the 10,000th place based on the figures that I'm given from the Saitama website, showing 55.3424% of all Saitama tokens have been burned and destroyed. So every time somebody buys or sells, there is an automatic feature in that destroys tokens, 2% of each transaction, buying and selling. And then, of course, there's also a redistribution to holders. And I always address that at the end of each video, showing you what my rewards or my reflections, as they're called in the Saitama project, are for the last 24 hours. So there's kind of a look at our fundamentals for the day. I do want to give a quick shout out to the SHIB Army. If you take a look at what's going on with Shiba Inu today, currently showing up 50%. So this is an indication of how volatile crypto projects can be, and quite frankly, why for the most part I don't try to time the market and buy in and out. If there's opportunities that present that look attractive for buying, I'm willing to make a purchase, and certainly if I have exorbitant gains, I'll probably take some profits at some point in time. Now, it is kind of interesting. I did talk a few days ago about the possibility of selling, and I want to show you what happens. Now, I didn't say I was going to sell. All I said is, what if I need to sell? And I actually was basing that on a conversation that happened in the AMA with the dev team on Friday. And so Manpreet, one of the developers, was talking about a man who needed to make a sell. And so I just talked about that. What if I need to sell? Now let me show you, just for fun, what people think about that. Okay, so this is the most dislikes I've had in any video. It's about 15% of the total. I got 85% thumbs up, 15% thumbs down for mentioning selling. So I just want you guys to understand, I mean, this is an investment, right? So the idea is that you buy something lower, and at some point in the future, you would sell it to take a profit. So don't think of everybody who sells as a horrible human. The gentleman in this particular instance that I was referring to actually sold his Saitama to be able to pay for a surgery for his wife, and it paid all of her bills. So it was a huge blessing in their lives. And, so more power to him. Hopefully he got out at a nice price, and hopefully he can start saving to get himself back in again, because I think we're still way early and there's so much potential in the project. So I wasn't recommending anybody sell. All I was talking about is, if you had to sell, how would a person go about doing that? Because for people who are brand new to cryptocurrency, it's actually a little bit complicated to get your money from the wallet, to swap it back to a token that's accepted by an exchange like Ethereum, move the money back to the exchange, convert it to whatever your currency is, and out to your bank. So that's all that conversation was. But I do think it's interesting, that conversation. And where Shiba Inu is up 49%, I imagine there'll be some people taking some profits. So tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about expectations for returns. And I'm going to talk about volatility again. I have a pretty solid idea for how I want to go about that, and I think you'll find it very informative. But please just receive it as information. I'm not doing this as financial advice for anybody. I've talked about it before, but you're just watching me think out loud, learn out loud. And I plan on holding this till I have significant gains, I'm hoping. So, and I'm actually, again, I'm planning on adding to my position. So, with that said, again, congrats, Shib Army. Congrats to Ahmed from Your Pop. Dude, you have been a soldier. To have to talk about the price of SHIB and be positive about it for the last 60 days as it's basically just traded sideways. You've been a warrior, and I think you've helped a lot of people hang in there, and hopefully those people were rewarded. At this price, my holding in SHIB is in positive territory for the first time. I actually purchased it on its very high. The day that it was at its highest, I purchased, and then I dollar cost averaged all the way down. We'll talk about that at some point. For those of you who don't know what dollar cost averaging is, I'll do a video about it. But today, I'm actually positive on Shiba Inu, and I expect it to continue. I'm not planning on liquidating my position in that either. So with that said, let me just show you what my rewards are for the last 24 hours, and then we'll close it up for the day. So my current holdings in Shiba Inu, now I got it on my brain, Saitama. Here is my Coinbase wallet. I have 1,037,236,430,000 Saitama tokens. Compared to yesterday, that is an increase of 124,660,000. And so my total in the last about 35 days now, 8,500,000,000 tokens, roughly. So this is good news, guys. Again, I say this over and over, but on a day like this where we're flat to down, again, you know, Saitama's price, what are we, down 6% over the last 24 hours, roughly? I'm still happy because my wallet is building. While I was sleeping last night, it was building. While I was working today, it was building. And it's one of the features of Saitama that makes it easier for me to be a diamond hander, because I don't want to sell the goose that's laying the golden eggs. At some point in the future, when I meet some of my price targets and my goals, then I probably will take some profits. But for now, I'm just very happy to keep receiving those rewards, and who knows what those are going to be worth in the future. At today's price, my total rewards for the last 35 days is about $90 US dollars. So folks, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thanks for joining me today, and check back tomorrow. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.